Terror begins again.
And welcome to Motorcycle Madhouse Shorts, everyone. Don't forget to go visit my editorial page, op-ed page, whatever you want to call it, over on hooliganbiker.com. Today, 5 motorcycles from Harley Davidson that you want to avoid like the plague. I believe it's out of hotcars.com. They actually give the 5 worst motorcycles Harley Davidson's ever built, and you need to stay away from. They also give some good ones. But instead, of doing some biker news this morning, this is what I wanted to concentrate on because I thought it was a damn good article. But let's go take a look at it. This one, yeah, I was right, hotcars.com. Now, this comes into the 5th slot here of the ones that you want to avoid, and that is a 1981 HD Sportster. Now, I'm a big Sportster fan because I used to ride them a lot in the city of Chicago, get in between them cars real quick. Not so good with the highway riding with the Sportster because it will beat you up at 80 miles an hour. Going for 300-400 miles on that little thing, it will beat you up. But as far as an urban bike, it's rocking. But me, I love the old iron heads, don't you guys, man? You can do all sorts of stuff with an iron head. We're talking full-on customization, freaking bobbers, anything you want to do, you can do with the Sporty. But let's see why they say it's not a good one. It's a polarizing beast. The iron heads were. I used to love the old freaking frames that they used to have in the early AMF days. I also liked the way the pipes and all that were set up. But anyway, though it was generally liked, it was a good bike. It was also universally panned because of various problems related to its electrical systems and other components. Its top-heavy stance and elevated fronts didn't exactly help to win over fans. Well, I guess if you're rub or something, me personally, I loved it. Back in those days, it was funny. You had to have yourselves a set of wrenches and all that kind of stuff. Or when you parked it, you knew it was a Harley Davidson if it was leaking. Thanks to its rather poor suspension, I got to give them that one on an iron head. The handling was considered by many reviewers to be atrocious. Yeah, on the highway it was, man. But when you're coming into the city, it was a damn good handling bike. And number 4, of course, we got to put that out there. They are saying the cut the cord now. Don't wait. The Harley Davidson Livewire. Now, everybody knows I'm really into electric bikes, man. I see them as a future. Will I ever get rid of the Fat Boy? Hell no. That ain't ever going to happen. But I believe if there's an infrastructure that's put in all over the United States, that it would be a good bike to have. What is it? Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He just got done riding it from South America to Los Angeles. Of course, they had a trailer vehicle going right behind them with the Chargers and stuff, because this thing has like no range at all. Plus, it's a new bike. Everybody knows don't buy the first couple years of a new model because they usually have all the problems. This was especially true with the V92C out of Victory. I remember having one of them, and it was nothing but problems. Plus, it was uglier than sin. But the transmission problems on those early Victories, they really stunk. But they came about. They started making some great models of Victory. Only problem was freaking Indian, man, or Polaris. They went to the Indian brand instead of, keeping on with that Victory. Anyway, yes, it's a new bike, but the Livewire has numerous problems in its short on-again, off-again life. The electric bike has experienced problems with its charging system, which in turn, LED Harley, that's what I call it, LED, because they can't be LED. How many times have you freaking be telling these people lower the prices on your motorcycles, but they don't do nothing? So that's the way it is with that. Anyway, The bike only started shipping in September of 2019. Harley Davidson has started production again, saying the bike is safe, coming out with a rather vaguely worded statement according to The Verge. Being that there are going to be problems with the new electrical vehicle of any type, we wish Harley had been more forthcoming in its explanation about Livewire. Of course they can. It's $30,000. Why would they be forthcoming? Because they had a product launch and they got a stock market that you have to worry about these damn investors. Anyway, number 3 on their list of you must stay away like the plague. 2014 Electra Glide. Now, personally, I was never into the Electra Glides. I'm more of a fat boy, the Softail models. I'm more into, if I was going to get some type of bike, like a Tourer, it would be a Goldwing, or it'd be a high-end Victory, or an Indian. I'm just not into the Electra Glides. It's famous, yes. The 2014 model put a damper on things and left many owners with a bad taste in their mouths. Severe problems with the Electra Glide's clutch led to a massive recall of more than 45,000 vehicles in 2015. I don't know if you caught it, but they just put out another recall notice for trikes. They're not having good things, but if you got a trike, go look at that recall. According to motorcyclists, the problems with the clutch not disengaging properly could have led to increased risk of a crash. You're damn right it would have. I remember this recall, and I bet most of the guys out there do too. It's total, there's been around 5 recalls for this particular model and lots of complaints filed with the NHTSA, mostly concerning brake and engine problems. Yeah, I remember this one. Anybody out there have a 2014 Electra Glide? Let me know in the comment section. 2, if it feels cheap, it probably is, and I think this has been a total failure on Harley Davidson. Now, they wanted to compete for the 750 or CC or less field. That's always belonged to the Japs, but they thought they dipped their toes in it. And yeah, it has not been going good with the 500 and the 750. Not going good at all. The Street 500 and 700 models seem to carry a dark cloud around them. Yeah, you think? Both models have had their share of problems, including a major worldwide recall concerning the unit's brake system. What is it with Harley? You've been doing this since what, 1903, and you can't get the brake systems down? Really? What the hell is going on over in engineering? Really, man? It affected models 2016 to this year, 2019. Apparently, street owners were experiencing issues with dragging brakes and corrosion developing around those areas. Ride Apart says that the brake problems resulted in several crashes in industries. That means, they're going to be getting a lot of lawsuits now. Though the problems have been remedied, so they say, we'd be still careful of getting these bikes and check them thoroughly. Yeah, who's going to want one of these? Really? If you want a 750, go with a Honda Shadow, or really, Honda Shadow is a known model in the 750cc range, man. I wouldn't get one of these damn things, and especially what they want to, charge you for. But they're number 1 on their list of the bikes that you want to stay away from. Keep your mechanic handy 2005 Softail Deluxe. While everyone experiences engine problems eventually, most would agree that they don't want this to happen while riding their Harley. The 2005 Softail Deluxe Twin Cam engine problems is something you want to avoid, according to many reviewers on the web. Ultra Cruel says the problem with the Softail Deluxe has to do with some of its perceived cheaper components. No! Specifically, the plastic shoes on the cam chain wear down due to rubbing. And yes, I spent a ton of money on the fat boy getting them damn shoes replaced. My God, I couldn't believe it. I was so pissed off. Oh, I should have looked out, but I love Fat Boys. But I had, I put the money in there, got it fixed, the whole 9 yards. I'm actually getting, everybody knows I'm getting a Fat Boy the way I want it. That's why I went and got a 2005 Suzuki Boulevard 1500 because I love that damn thing. I'm not one of the Harley only guys. This could lead to very costly repair jobs if it's not noticed in time. Yeah, you think? Mine wore halfway through when it only had 25,000 miles on it. Man, was I pissed. And what's worse is if these things do break off, you just need a new engine. What is it with the engineers at Harley? And they're wondering why they're behind in technology. Man. But let's go to another bike here. The number 6, and this has actually had a decent review, if looks could kill, the 2006 VRSC SE2. Rock and Road. The VRod, and it did pack a punch. I cannot believe Harley Davidson actually discontinued this bike, especially needing the support of the younger generation. They're not into all the big glides. They're not into the big freaking Fat Boys or any of that stuff with 18 inches, 8 pangers. They're not into that stuff, man. They're into the freaking fast stuff. They're into cool, sleek looking stuff. And yeah, it had a top speed of 127 miles an hour, pumping furiously from its liquid cool engine, which is shockingly was built in collaboration with Porsche. So just like Harley, they get something good and they flush it down the toilet. Let's see what else we got here. This 2012 CBO Softail convertible. They went on to say it's a well-loved Softail because it can be configured quickly to shoot the rider, rockin' round. So these are some of... there's a hog. Let's talk about it. 1990. That had to be. Ain't that when Terminator came out? I think it was, because Terminator is what made the Fat Boys popular. It talks about where it came from. Fat Boy came from, massive appearance, the 4-stroke, all that good stuff. 657 pounds. Yeah, you could say that. Only thing I don't like about my Softail is the full solid wheels, man. I got to get some freaking spokes on that thing because that damn thing pushes you everywhere. Then it goes into talk about, yes, the Dyna. The 1999 Dyna, and then the Destroyer, the 2007. So, oh, look at that sucker, the Will Climb. And then there's a bunch of other bikes. I'll put the link below in the show notes. Oh, there you go. They have to put a picture of Jax Teller on their article. That ruined the whole damn thing.